All right, we got another Fix Polaris's problem video to cover here today. Hopefully I can make it short and easy. Before we get started, don't forget, best belt on the planet, get you some. All right, so it has come to my attention that 21 and newer turbos of any kind, Pro, S, Standard, I don't care, because they standardized clutches in 21 on all these models, and then changed a couple of tuning parts. My opinion, and it's not just an opinion, it's fact. The kit for these models, or Dalton clutch kit we sell, are #1 selling kit presently. Why? Because Polaris has jacked up these models. Actually 20 Pro also, but it's not applicable to what we're going to talk about today. So 21 and newer turbo anything. Number one, clutch calibration is not correct. That's why when you floor it and 40, 56 mile an hour, you're slipping. All right. So, but then there's another problem on top of that I certainly didn't find the issue, because we don't own a turbo here, through customers, and then knowledge of what I do for a living, was able to find it. So let's get down to it. Okay, I'm gonna put my ugly reading glasses on so I can see. All right, this is a primary clutch off a 21 turbo. All right, so when you take your clutch cover off and your spring off, this is what you're looking at. Okay, I'm gonna take this part out. I call it the post, and I'm gonna take these two washers out. Now I'm gonna set this back down. All right, so this, I believe, is called a B-ville washer, but it's essentially a lock washer. It's concave. This is a quote unquote precision ground washer to an exacting tolerance. Guess what? They precisionally ground it to the wrong thickness, and you guys that own these vehicles are having a belt overtravel issue where the belt is coming too far out of your primary and slipping and hitting the cover at the bottom under the primary. So, well, I got that model. Let me go see. We'll run out there, take your clutch cover off, and look at the 6 to 5 o'clock position underneath that primary and see if you see some black marks. I'll show you a picture right here. All right. So look on this picture. You see where I pointed these two arrows on this picture, and that's why it's hitting over travel. All right, now here's the funny part. 2021 model regular turbo and 2021 regular turbo 4-seater had a washer in there that was thicker than this. It was too thick, and this one's too thin. I can only guesstimate why they did that. It's to limit top speed in that model, so hopefully you would know that those are slower than the others, and then you might want to buy a more expensive vehicle. That's speculation on my part. That washer is too thick, this one's too thin. Now, my own name and name, let's figure it out yourself. There's a company that's relatively popular with turbo razors, and they have a solution, beat me to it, but as I like to say, poor execution. So what they determined that this washer should be some thicker, so they went to the hardware store somewhere and bought a 1-inch washer that is not precisionally ground, and maybe the one that they measured, apparently, was 130 thousandths of an inch. I had a customer of mine who, Tim, I don't tell his last name, I want to get the world on Tim, but Tim bought 2 of them. His neighbor bought one, he bought one. They get them and measure them with a set of calipers. One's 133 thousandths, one's 143 thousandths. You can't be manipulating this clutch even by 10 thousandths of an inch, because you would be shocked to know how much 10 thousandths of an inch moving a clutch this way moves a belt. It must be precisionally made or precisely right. Okay, Todd, how did some redneck down in Mississippi figure this out when Polaris can't? You know what? I can't answer that, but this clutch ain't the only one that has it. There are about 4 other clutches. Watch our video called Washers in General, I believe is what I named it. But point is, watch it. It's several models. They don't get the belt travel correct. Some of them over travel in secondary too far, a couple with the primary, and this is one of them. Okay, I got it, Todd. Over travel. We got it. You got it figured out. Well, I hope so. So with the help of Tim, he was able to get a hold of some precisionally ground shims. Now their ID and OD were not correct, but the thicknesses were to the 100,000th. And he and I worked back and forth, adding and subtracting until we got down to what we know is correct, which this one is 90 thousandths of an inch. And I believe the incorrect one is 143 off the top of my head. All right, we settled in on 115 thousandths of an inch. Precisionally ground. You go, I ain't buying that dang expensive washer from you. Yeah, you are. If you want it fixed, well, I'll just go get it. No, you won't. If you could find it somewhere, I would have bought it. I've been unable to locate any washer, the proper ID, OD, and to the 100,000ths of an inch. I hope that's what our tolerance is. Washer. We had to have them made. They were laser cut, put on a big deal, and ground flat. That's why they cost as much as they do. Nothing I can do about it. You want it fixed, want it fixed right. You know, what's a few bucks to get it done? A lot cheaper than buying a belt or whatever. All right, so a washer, all you got to do is pull your clutch off. Actually, you don't have to pull you off. All you got to do is with the clutch on the vehicle, you simply take the cover off, the spring off, pull that little post out, put your washer back on the right way, cup that way, cup, flat washer, then stick it back in your clutch, spring, and cover, put it back on, do it right on the vehicle, stops over travel, and stops at slipping at high speed. Because what is happening is that belt, I should have told you this a little earlier, but when it over travels, that belt gets squished out the top. And we've got some video of this, and the line, the cord on the belt is way up above it. And that clutch is trying to run right here on the cogs, and that's why I slipped. So, problem found, problem solved correctly, not, well, I hate to use this word, but I am, not half-ass. We're not doing nothing half-ass here. You may not always want to do it our way, but I'll assure you it's not half-ass, it's correct. I've got this mental thing that drives me fat crap crazy in my life to do everything exactly correct. I hope you do not have that curse, but I do. But in turn, it helps you, our customer, because if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. All right. Doesn't mean I'm the smartest dude on the block either. Just, I got this one right. Anyway, so, got any questions? Email me, Hunterworks.com. And we appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget our belts, best on the planet. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Help us out so others can find these videos and learn of their problems. So today, showed you a problem, showed you how to fix it, and promise you, it seems like a lot of money for a washer. It's not, considering what we had to do to get them made and the price that they are. It's just nature of the beast, made right here in America. All right, thank you guys.